ice arena, a lakefront community center where our seniors have lunch looking at the lake, the Hen Mansion, the Shore Cultural Center, and we go on and on and on. My issue is we are not paying attention to anything that we as a city own. We currently do not have the expertise, and we've seen it. We've seen it over the last couple of years, as people say. We're starting to look like a city that nobody cares about. Recreation, the ballparks. I can't tell you how many parents are like, we can't play soccer because the grass hasn't been cut. The baseball parents are upset because the lines aren't done. Each one of these needs to be prioritized and tended to. These are the families we want to keep here. These are the kids we want going to our schools to grow up here. Whether you like Shore or hate Shore, you don't not maintain the building. You don't close a swimming pool at $500,000 because it needs repair if you would have maintained the pool all along. We've got to do a better job. We have to focus on our own assets. We are blessed with them. We don't take care of them, and we've got to. And again, it comes from leadership. It takes from being focused. It takes people committed to doing that job. We've got a lot of talent in this city. We need to have, from the mayor to the directors to the people that are out there actually with the skill set to do this, focus on customer service. It's their city too. We all need to take pride in it.
Thank you, Ms. Mancuso. Mr. Savenik, how will you bring the people back to the city of Superior Services?
Sir, I firmly believe that the city of Euclid is still the city of Superior Services. Ask someone whose basement is flooded, and we go over there free of charge and drill out their sanitary. And then we come back and we check to make sure that the hydro breaks and everything else on that street is working. I will compare my police, my fire station, fire department, any other city in the state of Ohio, and tell you they are the best trained, best equipped, the most professional men and women that you could possibly ask for. Yes, there are times, especially this summer, where we had little delays in putting lines on a baseball field. And most of those parents understood it. We had a rainy summer. It was tough. Maintaining swimming pools, Indian Hills Pool is extremely old. We closed that pool out of safety reasons. A city just outside of Medina had an accident where their chlorinator exploded, and I think 6 or 7 people, residents and employees, were hurt. We knew we had a problem with our chlorinator. That is one of the reasons we closed it. You can only put so much money in an old car for so long before you need to rebuild. Max Stevens and I are looking at putting in spray parks, fixing up the ball diamond, and other items up in the Indian Hills area. We are the city of Superior Services. We provide our businesses, we provide our residents with services that no other community can get at no charge, and I am proud to be the mayor of this city and to make sure that we continue that these services keep us #1 in northeastern Ohio.
Thank you, Mr. Savenik. Mr. Johnson, how will you bring the people back to the city of Superior Services?
First of all, I think a big player in this whole thing is we need to look at the allocation of existing resources. Second of all, I think improving our tax base. And as I said earlier, the development of new housing, a proactive approach to economic development will strengthen and improve our tax base, which will increase our revenue, provide those resources so that we can provide the services that were once provided. We've lost the 2 mil sewer levy. The estate tax is going to be phased out. The cat tax is going to be phased out. We've got to work smarter. We've got to try to figure out a way to provide these services and more with declining revenues. So I think that the deployment of existing resources, as well as strengthening our tax base, to increase our revenue so that we can provide additional services is where we need to go.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Litwinowitz.
Everybody knows $38 million. Wow. We probably make $1,000 a month, and we budget that correctly. Fiscal responsibility. I already have the budget. It's already on DVD. It's coming out to the public. Where I'm going to spend the money, where it needs to go. In my head, $775 times $8. We already have the trucks for snowplow. I'm going to spend some money. I'm going to put some people to work. Sidewalks are getting done this year in January or in December. Because in November, we'll find out who's going to win. The people's going to make the choice. Same old, same old? No offense. But the same old, same old. Same old things. Same old happening. Our services are, let me reiterate. You ain't even budget your trash and lighting. How we lakefront superior services? I woke up everybody in this community. I woke up everybody in this community. Some part, some way, they're going to say, Chris made me do initiative petition. Stop SB 5. I'm the voice. All I'm asking for is 4 to 12 years. It's a 4-year dedication, but it's 12 years. Because really, I'm running for president. Small change, lakefront. We need a lakefront superior services. That's erosion control. I have all the brilliant ideas. The government's going to give us the money. But nobody wants to listen. No council wants to say we want to spend $20 million on streets. But they want to say, years ago, $7 million, while the administration hasn't done that. The bottom line to this campaign and tonight is time for a chance. We can all make change together. Let's unite, and every candidate come up here on January 1st, and we'll put you in this community of lakefront superior services. There's too many services. Do we consider police? Do we consider fire? Do we consider reopening new fire stations? Yes. There's $200,000 to do government properties, which is right here. It's allocated in the budget, but it doesn't get spent. I'm the leadership coming to this community. My name is Christopher Michael Litwinowitz. Time for a chance to be your voice. Time for a chance to make change. And it's coming regardless if I'm mayor or not. But I need your support to be mayor, to authoritize to the community as the senators and representatives I've been in conversation with throughout the years. Throughout the years. What I've done is contacted Jackson.
Time.
St. Clair was
Thank
done.
you, Mr.
Time.
Litwinowitz.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Litwinowitz. We're now for
Closing.
closing remarks. I think we start with Mr. Savenik.
Start with Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson?
Break it up.
We'll break it up, I guess. Your closing remarks. How many minutes?
2 minutes.
This
2
will be
minutes?
2 minutes.
I'm not going to take the full 2 minutes. I do want to thank the Euclid Democratic Club for hosting this. I appreciate your attendance here this evening to hear what I have to say, some of the change that I want to affect in this community. As I said earlier, I think that I have the experience, I have the energy, and I have the ideas to effectuate change in this community. And all I'm asking for is an opportunity to do that. My 30 years of experience, as I said earlier, has been exclusively in municipal government. I've been in other cities, I've worked in other states, so I think that I know a lot about what needs to be done in this community to rejuvenate this community. And all I'm asking for is an opportunity, November 8th, remember Jack Johnson, I'm going to work twice as hard for you. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Litwinowitz, you can go with your closing arguments. 2 minutes, please.
Closing arguments is like a court case. After this election is done, some people smiling, but I've got a protest to protest. The candidates before you have put their nomination petitions as Jack J. Johnson, but his name is Jack J. Johnson, but he put his nomination petition Jack Johnson. Charlene W. Masico but it's